that feeling. Can't believe they don't let me stream this shit no more on motherfucking on TaLking. I'm gonna have to ask the people what song they should let me stream, cause then I gotta go to YouTube to stream this joint. Fire, what up? We ain't waiting for no more people to come in. I'm feeling hype, energy on 1,000, trillion, billion. I don't care if it's late, I don't care if it's Monday. Let's go. This is the YouTube version. Gotta wait for the intro. Make y'all niggas wait for it. Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes. She like, ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. She like, ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. On a Monday, ooh la la, ah wee wee. Best day, ooh la la, ah wee wee. Blessed day, ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? Welcome back to another edition of Popovus. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up and here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is like, where you been? Because over here on my side, we like to deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes when the people don't be acting flaky, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before you jump off the page and Usher to the left, Diddy to the right, take that, I'm going to need you to hit that like button. I'm going to need you to hit that subscribe button. Smash that notification bell so when I upload the videos, that's right, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game, people. We in the end game because I'm blessed to be alive. It's Monday. You know what I mean? Weekend was good. Monday back to business. It's Motivational Monday. I am your motivational speaker, whether you like it or not. And here goes some motivation to start the show. We might be a little all over the place. Last time I did the show, it was a Friday, not this Friday, but last Friday. And stuff just keep getting in the way. No excuses. It's not my day job. You know what I mean? Like, my day job is outside with the kids on some I am peace and trying to de-escalate and, you know, keep people from killing each other. Because it's hard not to kill niggas, right? But before we get to that, today was Monday. I did have to go in on my day off and do a couple of little hours. And this is what I want to speak about as far as motivation. And whether you like it or not, right? Here go the motivation. What I learned is that if you pay people, they're going to come. They're going to show up. And it don't matter if it's shoveling snow, which it was for, shoveling shit, because it's a lot of shit inside the snow. A lot of piss and biochemicals. Y'all see how that shit look? That shit look crazy, crazy, shit crazy. And I walk the streets. That's part of, you know, the description of the JOB, right? Just over broke. And when you walking through the neighborhood, when the sanitation, you know, take their time or they don't clean it up, you know, as quickly as we would like them to, then you start seeing all the yellow stains. Shit look like niggas is pissing Cristal and, you know what I mean, pink rosé and all that. And the dogs is pissing, people is pissing, the dogs is shitting. Anyway, that's what people were showing up for, right? Showing up to work to shovel snow because sanitation is having a hiccup, right? Zorro Mandani, this is his first storm, and if you've been around for a few years, right? If you ain't some newbie, you ain't just born last night like the Vision, then you know the last couple of years we ain't been having no real big snowstorms anyway. It's been a couple of little sprinkles. I think the last big snowstorm that I could think of off the top was probably Sandy, right? And we all thought it was a joke. And then you looked outside, Harlem ain't really get hit crazy. And then all this shit started coming on social media. People had passed, unfortunately, power outages and shit like that. But anyway, the motivational part is that men, for the most part, and also to to correlate it rather to why violence is in our neighborhood, why people is hustling and things of that nature, etc. Shop Cheese King, what's the word? Happy Monday. When people don't have resources and they don't have a way to feed their families, then that's when the fuckery gets, blown out of proportion and people start doing the most. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramadan soon come. We definitely waiting for that, inshallah. Anyway, what am I talking about and why am I talking about this? Through my job and shit, we work with the community, we in the community. So sanitation, like, yo, can we host at your office and can we get people to register to clean up and shovel the snow? Because y'all see outside, it should have been a week, 10 days or whatever the snowstorm came. And in certain areas, the bus stop you still can't get on. The streets are still fucked up and now it's ice and it's piss and ice and shit. Damn, it's been that long? 16 days? Damn, it don't seem like it's been 2 weeks, but okay, 2 weeks. So they're like, yo, we hiring. And when I tell you mad people came, 2 women came. And not to say that women can't do men's jobs before you get on my back. But even when they was coming and I was, hosting the registration, and I'm like, damn, sis, you want to shovel snow and all that? She was like, we could do men's jobs too. She like, even though it is tough. And I'm like, yeah, because even as a man, I don't want to do no back-breaking work. You know what I mean? Like, if I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't have to, I'm not going to break my back to do no, manual labor. But if you paying me enough, then I will. Dust construction, people on, high-rises, fucking, doing the window shit and all that. Like, the men going to roll their sleeves up and get their hands dirty if you paying them. And basically, a lot of men showed up, 80 to 100, maybe even a little more. And I'll end this topic with this, right? Because I know what it's like when people don't value your time, when they play with your money. And I don't even want to put sanitation on blast because it's through my company or, it's through, the organization that I work for. But y'all know on Pop of his TV, we call a spade, and it just is what it is. Like, we're not going to get up here and pussyfoot around. We never going to do that on my channel. I don't give a fuck about what I got going on outside of this, right? We always going to tell the truth as I see it. And I got to talk about my life and how I see it or some more Lawrence shit, right? So people came and right off the bat, they thought they was going to work today, right? Because that's what the shit says, from 2 to 5, come register, $19 an hour, woo. First of all, you don't get paid today. That's just registration. 2, people start asking like, so when do we get paid? And when the sanitation worker said, humada, some motherfucking Ralph Cramden shit, he was like, nah, you gonna get paid. It's through the city. Everything is legit. But it could take 4 to 5 to 6 weeks. I said, what? When I tell you mad people, I was like, all right, good looking peace, my nigga. You know what I mean? Niggas done spent the block on them like, yo, what? 4 to 6 weeks to get paid for 1 or 2 days of work? Are you out of your mind? Like, because I'm coming to break my back today. I'm coming to get my hands dirty today. Then they was late. You know what I mean? The lady was nice. You know what I mean? She didn't think it was going to be a big turnout. I get it. It's hard to find parking. You don't want to double park, even when you with the city. You know what I mean? Buses be coming by, flicking you up. You get that shit in the mail. Like, these motherfuckers, I mean, want $160 for a double park and the bus just passing by? I'm not even in the bus stop. Like, this is how New York City is on. I don't know how many, other cities, Detroit, Chicago, Washington, wherever the fuck you at. In New York City, it's all about the dollars. It's about the Benjamins. That's a fact, right? It's about the Benjamins. Chris Blessings, what's the word, right? Chris Bless, what's the word? So she like, it was, you know, we was a little late and woo woo woo, but when you start saying, yo, you got to bring your photo ID, your social, then when people get there, they're like, nah, you got to take 2 passport IDs. You got to get 2 passport pictures. People is like, yo, bro, I just really came to work today. So that part is a little discouraging because you don't want to show up for a job ready to work, get your hands dirty. Then they start running off a slew of things that you have to comply with just to get a job. And again, I wanted to add that, and I'll end it with this because we just opening up the show. There's mad shit to talk about. We're going to jump around the board and cover shit that's trending and stuff that I ain't get to talk about, even though it's maybe like a week old. It's the last thing, right? Mad people came out, as I said, to work, and I just started thinking, damn, these niggas and these brothers, right? These niggas came to shovel snow, get paid for they work. They'll come to paint the park, pick garbage up. They'll mobilize and come to get paid, and we just pay them. Just don't waste their time, pay them, and then that goes to the last part about what I said about in our neighborhood and in our environment, why poverty is high, violence is high, anywhere is poverty. When people can't feed their family, their kids, they can't take care of themselves, they can't get a chopped cheese like my nigga just joined, right? You can't go get a sandwich and a soda. You can't go get you a little, whatever it is that you do. If you struggling, then you're willing to, dun, 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 like you really to put it on the line and go take somebody else's shit. Like, know what I mean? Like Meek Mill said, if I ever go broke, then I'm going to take your money and the wolves going to eat. That's just what it is. And like DMX said, know what I mean? I'm just robbing to eat. And there's at least 1,000 others like me mobbing the street. When we starve and we eat, whatever's there. Come on, you know the code of the street, whatever's fair. This is what these people are going to do if they have no means. Now, somebody from their high horse or somebody that got it figured out, they be like, no, everybody else, they got to work like everybody else. Ooh, you get a job and go to school. Yeah, you can do all that. And then you still cannot have work. Or you can have work that's just barely paying you and you're not getting by. And like Tyler Kweli, you just to get by, just to get by. So, salute to everybody that came out. Hopefully everybody get called back because people was like, damn, now I got to go get 2 passport IDs. I got to go do this. We not working today. We got to come tomorrow. Then if I work 3 and 4 days cleaning up all this dog shit snow, I'm not going to get paid for 4 to 5 to 6 weeks. I need that money right now. That's why I showed up. Duh. Like, I showed up today to get paid today or at least after my work. And, you know, that's just how it goes. So that's the motivation for Monday. It's Monday Motivation, Motivational Monday. I am your motivational speaker, whether you like it or not. Keep striving, keep going hard, keep grinding, even in the tough times. And don't let nobody, you know, suck all the life out of you. You know what I mean? Even if you got a job. If you ain't passionate about your job or it's not a career, don't let them drain you because you'll go to work for 6, 7, 8 days a week if they want you to, and then come home. You can't even talk to your family. You don't even see your kids. You just working and working and working and working until you die. That's basically what it is for most people. You know what I mean? And if you figured it out, don't be afraid to, or don't have no hiccups about looking back and showing somebody else how to figure it out. It's a lot of people out here that hasn't figured it out. And if you can help them, then why not? Get the blessing for helping them. What's better than 1 billionaire? 2. Especially if he got the same hue as you, right? That's a whole reference. I ain't really writing nothing down. I was supposed to do my show on Monday. On Friday we ended up working, then Saturday, then Sunday, then I had to work today. Before you know it, so we're gonna jump around with a couple of trending topics. The first topic, after the motivation, let's talk about this. Because everybody at the Grammys was talking about ice, baby. Get the fuck. Like, niggas is making remixes. Niggas is remixing the song to Vanilla Ice or some ice, baby. And I get it. You know what I mean? You got your panties up in the bunch. Your bra's a little tight. You know what I mean? Your jock strap is a little tight. So you might be feeling the way. And If you ain't familiar with my content and you just tuning in just now, you might want to tune out because I might make you mad. First, disclaimer. I'm not a Democrat and I'm not a Republican. I'm, I guess, an independent. That's how you would view me because I'm not heavy on one side. Never voted, only for Barack. My president is black. That one time when everybody was in Barack Obama fever, how you not gonna vote for what seemed to be the coolest nigga on the planet, right? You gotta vote for Barack. So there's that, right? Outside of that, I was about to say I've always been a criminal, but I've always been on the wrong side of the law, so I'm dubbed a criminal, and with a criminal mindset or coming from the criminal element and perspective, I always viewed voting as a waste of time, some bullshit. It's just one government in my estimation. That's why it's one nation, under God, under sun, invisible and justice for all. However that, the pledge allegiance to the flag. It's one nation. And don't say you pledge allegiance to the flag of the Democrats and the Republicans and to the nation of which it stand, one liberty. And, I'm saying the words wrong, but you get it. Every day in school, PS 197, where I used to go, we used to have to stand there and do that shit every Friday. You know what I'm saying? But when I went to prison and all that and just breaking the law, I'm like, the government is the government. That's my stance, right? And I only preference that to say that if you do rock with my content and you do fuck with the channel, I appreciate you. But you're not going to come over here and get a Democrat. You're not going to get that. You're not going to get a Republican. Donald Trump, he's the Don. Kiss the ring and enough on some slick Rick shit. You're not going to get that. You're going to get, I agree with this. Oh, no, that's foul. Oh, I agree with this on this side. Oh, no, I can't rock with that. That's what you're going to get from me, my authentic views and how I see shit. Now, obviously, I didn't take political science. I never been to college. Got my GED right after completing ABE, which is Adult Basic Education. And I know how to count 1, 2, 3. You with me? All right, now, let's talk about this Minnesota shit. Because this shit been spinning in the clip since Renee Good. But we're not talking about Renee Good. We're going to say rest in peace to her. And we already covered her on the last live. But since then, Alex Petty or Alex Petey, whatever how you say his name, right? And first and foremost, we don't disrespect the dead on Popovich TV. We're going to say rest in peace to him. Condolences to his family, right? And may the Most High have mercy on him. May the Most High have mercy. And I know y'all been seeing this spinning in the clip. Everybody got their views. I'm going to say, like I said about Renee, right? Because a lot of videos keep coming out about her. She wasn't just going home and minding her business. In Minnesota right now, is videos where they got makeshift roadblocks. They got a data system where they're running people license plates, although they're not the law, stopping vehicles from, I seen one, what you call it, a U-Haul truck, a black brother, a Uber cab or Uber truck with a Somalian driver in it, right? And, they stop, I just want to stop you because we got our data system, sound like a rahmatullah. We got our data system and we just stopping people. And I'm saying this, right? Especially if you black. And we 18 minutes into the show and, but you're black. Especially if you black and you here in America, you FBA, right? You foundational black. You already know when the cops pull you over, and I'm not saying that is right. What I'm saying is some stuff is learned behavior and just off the rip, you know. If you try to motherfucking stop a police officer, a federal agent with your car, or you impeding their way and you trying to stop them, you are in for a rude awakening. So this is what I want to say to people like him. He didn't deserve to die. He didn't deserve to die. Had him, took the gun off him, had him on his hands and knees, 4 niggas, 5 officers beating the shit out of him or hitting him in the head, and they did him filthy. He shouldn't have died. But if you're going to go out and you're going to protest, even though in your mind you may think it's peaceful, this is real talk. For anybody that's thinking about it, right here in New York, I seen them out in front of the state building on a few places, right? The people that's tired of it, they tired of it, right? They want ICE out, right? Oh, cool, that's you. I'm not going to argue with you about what you believe. If you believe in it, then stand on it, lay in it, be firm in it, and don't backpedal when somebody press you about it. Just say this is what it is. I respect anybody that stands firm, even if it's some shit that I don't agree with or believe in, or you can't produce no logical explanation for it. I could go back and forth with you a little bit, but at the end of the day, I'm going to say, to you be your way, to me be my way. And then that's the end of the conversation. Can't try to change your ideology, change your theoretical thinking. You're gonna do what you want, and you're gonna think and believe what you want, and so am I. Right now, with that being said, it's a video spinning of him like a week earlier prior to his death, right? Where allegedly he got his ribs broken, and I know what it's like. Been in the fight before, fighting two niggas, so both of them's hitting you up while you trying to get at him. And then obviously the most recent one where I had 9 fractured ribs on one side in the car accident I was in August. So to say that you was out there hitting cars with your feet, you know, doing the most, stopping them from doing their job, whether you agree with the job or not, we have to add that, because some people like just think because they disagree with the job that they can just do what the fuck they want. No, you cannot. You cannot do what you want. You can, but then there'll be consequences and repercussions, and you're going to have to deal with it. Just like it's free speech. Say what you want. Say fuck the government, fuck this, woo, fuck the Israelites, fuck the Hebrews, fuck the Muslims. Well, you spewing hate speech everywhere. You have a right to do that as an American, right? But that don't mean no consequences is not going to come to you. That don't mean somebody that you're disrespecting with your freedom of speech may walk by and say, oh, fuck the Muslims. He just threw the Quran on the floor and burnt it. I'm about to fuck this nigga up and show him that, yeah, I believe in peace, but I'm about to fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's that. You could do what you want, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be consequences. And I don't want to make this long and drawn out. I just want to say to anybody that's thinking of protesting, fighting the power, whether you white, you gay, like Renee, you know, you was a lesbian, you got a wife, whether you like him and you was a nurse, in your daytime job, you a nurse, but at nighttime, you think you Batman. You think you motherfucking Darkwing Duck, right? And you gonna go outside and fight the power. You could do that. And if you believe in that, stand on that. Be ready to go all out, because I'm gonna draw this analogy, and I'm off this subject, right? It's a lot of stuff to cover. Just like a woman, right? And you know, the man and woman is not the same. Even though we want same pay, we could do everything y'all could do. Woo, 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 and If a woman smacks a man, right? And he step on her feet, punch her in the belly, and slam her on the concrete. Oh, it's a Slick Rick reference, right? Punched her in the belly and stepped on her feet, slammed the child on the hard concrete. Everybody be like, oh, my guy, hold on, my guy. She's a female. What are you doing? You're a man. Ooh. And then he'll probably say, if he end up hitting her, one, he probably don't have no self-restraint, no discipline. He could have walked away. We know you probably could beat most of the females of you, the average regular man, right? Or whip ass. You could have not did that. You could have had self-restraint. Or you might be thinking equal rights. Equal rights. You put your hand on me, I'm going to put my hand back on you. Why did I draw that analogy? Oh, if you go outside with guns, you go outside with pepper spray and knives and all that, and you're dealing with law enforcement, and you come into close contact with them, it's a big possibility that you could lose your life. Now, if you still cool with that and you still tuck the heater and you still run into the burning building as firemen do, that's what they get paid for. So if they lose their life on a ladder, slippage, the building collapse, right? Salute to all the firemen, right? In any state, city, and country. Because that's their job. They run into the fire. They run into the burning building to save lives. So they know that, damn, if I slip off this ladder going up into the 6th-story floor, I could lose my life. My wife would be without a husband. My kids would be without a father. But they take that on, so that's why we salute them. That's why when an officer get killed in duty, they raise the the level of officer that they are. I probably messed that up, but you know what I mean. If you're just a regular officer and you die, they might make you a detective. They might make you a lieutenant. You're going to get paid out of your pension. Why am I mentioning this? If you going out with the blicky like Alex did, right? 2 clips on you. Now I mean, like, keep low and keep firing, keep extra clip for extra shit. You keep extra clips for extra shit. Who's next to flip with that cat with that grip on rap? The most shady. Frankie, baby. Ain't no telling where I may see me in DC at Howard Holmes coming with my man Capone numbing fucking something. Like, you keep extra clips, nigga, right? Every police officer is not in their right mind. They got the law on their side. Yeah, they can get prosecuted for violating your due process, for violating your American citizen rights and all that shit. But that's after the fact. What if they kill you? What if they kill you? You willing to risk it and put it all on the line to prove what? That's what I'm going to end this topic with. You could do it. And I'm with you. You fight the power. Like, you know what I mean? Motherfucking Public Enemy taught us in 89 another summer. Like, say it with the funky drummer. Like, they been told us to fight the power. So you're not saying anything new to me or my eardrums haven't heard. I'm all, fuck you. Fight the fucking power. Go do your thing if that's what you believe. But the caveat is, what if you run into a rogue officer? What if your family may get the money for you if you're willing to commit a suicide mission, then that's what you're going to do. Or you can say, I'm white and I'm liberal and I'm this, and they got to follow the rules and the regulations. But what if they don't? What if they don't? What if they got you with no weapon on you, hands and knees on the fucking ground like he was, and then one of them decide, he got a gun! And they kill you. You can't come back because it's not a movie. And once the lights go off, they don't come back on. This ain't a flick, y'all. You're not that strong. You knew it was wrong, but you asked for it, baby. You asked for it, homie. And there's no other way to slice it. Oh, he didn't deserve to die. Of course he didn't deserve to die. But if you out there with a gun that kills, with other people that have guns that kill, then what the fuck you think is going to happen when you maxing wits with the best of them? We gonna just tuck our guns because you a U.S. citizen and we just gonna, no, they're not gonna do that. They on go time, and they got the law behind them at least most of the time. Now we seen cases where they don't got the law behind. They do some shit and then they end up going to jail. Cool, but why would you risk your life? That's what I'm asking. Why would you put your life on the line? And you got kids, you got a wife, you got a mother. You're going now. And you're not coming back. You're not coming back. No matter how good your heart was, how good your spirit was, you're not coming back. You're done. You did it and done. And he's gone. That's my stance on it. I'm not happy he died. For those that's watching my video, you thought you was going to get that Grammy Award bullshit that all them fucking celebrities was doing. You're not going to get that on here. My stance is if you go out and you ready to go out, because Huey P. Newton says that we need to get organized, and that when the pig get to jiving with you, when the pig get wrong, you pull your gun out, you blow him away. If you want it like that, then my nigga, go ahead. But if you get killed in the process, we don't want to hear, oh, you're killing innocent Americans, and no, we don't want to hear that. Because you out there with weapons that kill people. Weapons don't go off by themselves. Somebody has to pull a trigger. So you was out there kicking cars, blocking police, blocking the agents, doing all this dumb shit. To me it's dumb. To you it may be a righteous cause. And I salute you for it. But to me it's dumb. But if that's what you want to do, because we all got one life. We all got one life. And we don't know when it's going to end. So if that's how you want to spend your days as a righteous martyr, nigga gonna forget about you in a fucking week, my nigga. Sister, after they protest and they march, I know Brianna, I'm just bringing her up because people named the Trayvons and anybody that you could think of, whether they was killed by police or ICE or whoever, or just regular random violence in the neighborhood. They gonna spin the block for you. They may do a memorial for you. And every year, you might even get brought up. But as the time passes, you're done. Niggas don't care. They throwing out the shit that was valuable to you, but it's not valuable to them. Who gonna take his rent over? Who? Somebody taking his apartment? Because his apartment was kind of cheap. And I'm paying a fucking sky-high rent. I would love to move in this part of the neighborhood. Because can I get his crib? That's what they doing. Before the funeral, homie. They putting your stuff in storage. Or your certificates and your NRAs and your motherfucking nurse aides and all that shit. That shit don't mean nothing to your family. Because they wasn't in the nursing field. So that shit gets thrown up, or maybe somebody will put it on their wall, you know what I mean, in commemoration of you. Don't go outside, people. And this is the last thing, right? As far as the brother that, you know, lost his life. And I'm calling him a brother, right? This is the last thing. They going hard out there in Minnesota. And again, shit don't get changed until we first change it. So let's be clear with that. And that's even in the good book. Allah says that he will not change the condition of the people until they first change the condition within themselves, right? First got to do it yourself, because ain't nobody coming to save us. So I get that part. But why we can't get active and mobilize for something other than that? And that brings me to a couple of clips that I've been seeing online. I don't know if it was the Grammys, or some of it may have been the Grammys. Some of it's just regular award shit. You know what I mean? And it's one of my favorite guys right here. And I've been saving a lot of shit to talk about, so pardon me. You know what I mean? And I definitely got time. I ain't got nothing but time tonight. Where's this shit at with my brother? I fucks with him. And I know I saved it. Here you go, right here. I don't know his name, but I know he was in New World, Brave New World, and he been in a slew of movies. This is the guy from one of my favorite movies, and I can't think of his name off the top. I'm gonna show the clip in a minute. And Do the Right Thing, which is one of my favorite movies by Spike Lee, right? And what we just was talking about, Fight the Power and Love, Hate, Radio Raheem, like all these, this shit was done in 87, 88, 89. And Fight the Power, in the verse, he's like, 1989, the number, another summer. Say it with the funky drummer. So this is old. If you a millennial or a Gen Z, you don't know who Public Enemy is. Probably you don't know Flavor Flav changed the whole motherfucking reality TV show and Why Delicious and all these, you know, joints is on TV doing the most. He's the architect of that. And if he's not the architect, he's one of the first architect. So let's give Flavor Flav his motherfucking props, right? There's that. Anyway, this brother was in Do the Right Thing. When the white dude stepped on his Jordans and he was pump faking like he was going to beat him up, for those that never seen the movie. And he like, and everybody was gassing like, yo, you going to let this white nigga step on your shoes? And then they pressed him. He had the bike and shit. And he like, yo, woo. They were, obviously the movie was shot in Brooklyn, but he like, yo, I'm from Boston. I mean, I never liked Mike. I'm a motherfucking Larry Bird fan. Anyway, this is him at an older age talking about injustice, how we need to revolution and mobilize and all that. And it's a slew of celebrities. I would just want to highlight him. Then we'll talk about the celebrities.
And they don't even know that's what they're starting. But we have to be strong enough to know that we can change the world. We have to change it from within. So if I'm spiritually ready and right, you know, and I'm ready to understand other people and to agree to disagree with them and say, okay, let's find the solution together, then that starts to change things. Not by deporting immigrants, not by killing brown and even white people on the street. It's crossing over now, and believe me, this is gonna really spark the nature of so many people who are gonna show up and say, no more. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore. It's time for it, and they don't even. This is time for a revolution.
It's time for a revolution.
It's time for it, and they don't even know that's what they're starting. You know, some very rich old white men are exerting their power to suppress our own people, thus creating a feeling of civil war in the streets, preparing the haters to hate, teaching them how to shoot. They're not even trained right, to kill. This is all a preparation for a very insidious problem happening. And for me, I have to speak out that we will not be iced out.
I have to speak out, and this is why I highlighted him, because I like the brother, right? Even all the way from his early career. That might have been one of his first movies, Do the Right Thing. He was definitely young with the dreads and shit. And it's a funny scene when a nigga fucked up his sneakers. Y'all know it, not just from New York. You step on a nigga's sneakers, you might could lose your life, unfortunately, or you might could fight. Or, you know, it might be some shit in the club, nigga, fuck your sneakers up. So that's what the scene was. It's art imitating life, life imitating art. Anyway, I like the brother. I fucks with his, you know, his acting gig roles and shit. Some of the roles that he played. Some of the fireest roles, right? When brothers like him speak out, a few other people, and I'm not going to play those videos. Last night or the night before, I didn't watch it because I could care less about the Grammys. It's all political now. Like Jay-Z said, it's all political now. Like, this shit is all political now. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, everybody want to be an activist. Everybody want to be a revolutionary, and I don't want to shit on nobody that's actually doing the work, because I'm not with them in their everyday life. I don't know what they do. But when things happen, the George Floyd, for instance, the Breonna Taylors, the Trayvon, you know, Martins, and a slew of other black and brown, you know, Tamir Rice, right? Glennis, Eric Gardner, like the list goes on. These is, you know, black and brown people, citizens of the United States, happen to have run-ins with the police when Trayvon Martin, another civilian, gunned him down, got off Zimmerman. He's still walking around, right? His loved ones ain't stepped to him yet. We still wondering why. They asking us why we ain't do nothing, but it's like, well, that's your family. You know, that's a side note. I don't even want to go off into that. Anyway, when you hear these rich motherfuckers, because he's rich. He's been rich for a very, very long time. Lizzo, she's another one. I'm bringing up because, you know, the brain is working. A few people spoke out at the Bad Bunny. He going to be at the Super Bowl next week, right? And we will not be watching the halftime show, right? We're going to watch the game. Yo, Ice, America, woo, 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 it's time for a revolution. And do you want a revolution? Woo, woo, do you want a revolution? I mean, like, Drewski was making fun of this shit. That's the song he was, you know, spoofing the pastors to. Do you want a revolution? And I quoted Huey P. Newton. Being funny, but not being funny. And then now I'm definitely not being funny. I met revolutionaries from back in the day. And I'm saying back in the day because it's a different time. They from the era of old. Who am I talking about? Talking about one white person, David Gilbert, right? The underground women. We won't get into it. Just go Google it. Go do your history. Who was the underground weatherman? Who is David Gilbert? And why is Gomorrah? Who is Gomorrah? You go Google that. That's one person, right? That I was with, that close confined. He taught me how to, you know, speak in front of a classroom of full of grown men, even though I just was an adolescent, and how to be a peer educator for AIDS and HIV back in 1997 in Comstock, right? Another revolutionary that was there was Herman Bell. Black Panther Party, Black Liberation Army, right? Official brothers. Official, right? Standing for something and not just falling for anything. So that's who I've been around. That's who I got to watch. That's who I got some of the fire that I have from brothers like them. One white, one black, ironic, right? And white supremacists and, you know, right? And bubblegum shit that they try to push down on you. David Gilbert is white as a motherfucker. Got so much passion, so much, and right and wrong is wrong. And salute to him, right? He on his bid for doing what he did. Again, go Google the underground weathermen. That was their names, right? And Herman Bell obviously is legendary, you know, in that space. Why am I bringing this up? Because these celebrities, right? These actors, these activists, they rich, they successful, they've been fucking rich and successful for a long time. Some of them been around since the Malcolm days, the MLK days. Oh shit, we in Black History Month, 100 years of Black history, which I don't rate. I'm on the Morgan Freeman side when he was talking to the Jew person, and they like, do you have a Jewish month? You know, do we do all these things? Like, so why the fuck that we got to do that for us? So I'm on Morgan Freeman's side. But if you're one of those who, you know, we got to preserve and, you know, we got to get all the artifacts and all that, and black people, and do you want a revolution? I'm cool with it. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to beef and go. I know our ancestors put work in. Some of them put it all on the line so we can have certain things that we have today. I would never, you know, denigrate or act like they do certain things, because that's not how I roll, and that wouldn't be the way to honor them. And I'm an honorable person, so I would never do that. But I'm not overzealous about certain things. Back to the Lizzos, back to this brother, and the Bad Bunnies, right? The wearing the dress ass niggas, and all these people that want to start a revolution and go against the right, or is it the left? Because sometimes I'll be confused. You on the right, you on the left. It's one government to me, and we covered that when we started. But why am I going in on this? Y'all niggas been rich for a long time. And what Frank White said from the movie, you know, The King of New York? You people got fat while we starved. A lot of y'all sitting in the mansions talking about revolution. You sleeping on motherfucking silk sheets. You got butlers and maids and shit. You get massages and, you know, call the finest masseuses. You fly your motherfucking barber out to any state that you in. How dare you even, not to say that you can't speak about injustices and things that need to be done or corrected in our country, but you motherfucking like, yo, you up there. You've been up there for a long time. What have you been doing for all these past years? Where's your money going? Are you helping the black and brown in the neighborhood you come from? And again, I don't want to put this on a whole blanket on everybody to say they're not giving charity, to say they didn't open up a boys and girls, or they didn't do certain things for the kids. But it's like, why do they wait for national headlines? Now we need a revolution. You don't think when Huey P. Newton and them was doing it, for those that's still alive, like the Jesse Jacksons, the Reverend Al Sharptons, and the people that come from that lineage and that time period all the way up to now, and they still living. Colin Kaepernick put it all on the line. Some may say he dumb. The Stephen A. were like, yeah, well, you know, he risked it all, and that nigga's out of a job now. We don't even talk about him now. Bozo, you gave up your NFL career for what? For niggas that don't appreciate what you did. They ain't backing you. They ain't giving you money in the back end. So you did all that shit for nothing. And what Chaz Boswick said in motherfucking Infinity War, he said, you get nothing but dust and blood, nigga. And she said, well, we got dust and blood to spare. You thought you said something? You thought you ate with that comment? Let the hounds in, nigga. Let the hounds in. We got nothing but dust and blood to spare. Thought you ate with that comment? Bring the hounds in. And that's exactly what they did. They started killing themselves to get in that motherfucking, you know, barrier or whatever. He got nothing but dust and blood. No book deals, no podcasts. He just vanished, like boom, disappeared. So y'all been around since Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Huey P. Newton, the Black Panthers, the BLA, all these revolutionaries, right? All the way up to now. You've been living in Hollywood with the liberals and the people that everything goes. And now you want to tell a regular people like me, like you, the broke motherfuckers that go to work every day, that if you miss one motherfucking work week, your check is done. That's going to set you back the way your insurance is set up. The way you got one checking account and all of the money come out of that one checking account. You got no investment. Somebody may say, well, that's your fault, then. Cool, all that could be true. What I'm saying is, you got a butler. You living in the fucking boondocks in Malibu. And I've been to Malibu one time. Shout outs to Dane, right? Before them fires and all that shit came out there. Back in 2017, for my first time in Cali. West Side? You living where it's good at, nigga? You ready to come down off that and do a revolution? Or you telling me to say fuck my family, fuck my life, and go jump out the window? For what? For what? Where's the money going? Are you putting your money into the training of the people, to the education of the people? Are you building hospitals? Are you building schools? Are you doing any infrastructure? Because it's a lot of y'all. It's not like it's just one person speaking out. You speaking out about ICE. Okay, cool. But it's a whole lot of other shit. Like I started off the show, Tiffany Rod, what's the word? We started off the show with Monday Motivation because today is Monday. And it is Monday Motivation, and I am your motivational speaker, whether you like it or not. And here goes some motivation for your ass, for those that want to listen. Mad people showed up today to get work because they ain't got no job. They ain't got no resources. Right. So they came out to try to get a leg up, to put some work in, back-breaking work. Snow removal that turned to ice, that been here as one of my, people that was on the live when we said 16 days snow been out here. So you about to do back-breaking work for $19 an hour. Oh, LeBron is a millionaire. Hov is a millionaire. Nicki is a millionaire. I'm just bringing them up because they people that we can identify with real quick. Kendrick Lamar, you want all them Grammys, right? Y'all revolution in your motherfucking songs, right? What are y'all doing in the neighborhoods that you come from to galvanize, to mobilize, to get the people going in one direction, to have a revolution? Just this past Friday, the 30th, right? No, not this past, no, that was the Friday I did my show, but the past Friday was the 30th. It was supposed to be a nationwide shutdown, right? No shopping, no going to work, no school. Okay, one, telling people at the last minute. And this is just like being locked. I bring it to being locked up. When I had to, go with the masses and say, yo, we going to boycott the mess hall. How are we going to boycott the mess hall? Meaning, for those that don't know what I'm talking about, the mess hall is where you go eat chow, dinner, breakfast, and lunch in the penitentiary, right? How are we going to say, yo, we shutting it down? We got bad conditions in here. We all agree officers fucking niggas up. They're not giving us phone calls. They're not giving us showers. They doing us filthy in here. So what we going to do is the only way we can fight back is to not go to chow, to not go to the yard, right? Okay, cool. You got food in your cell because you got relatives. You got a wife that comes see you every week. You got a mother or whoever sending you money. So you stocked up on commissary. So you could take a week off if need be to get the point home. But me, I just came upstate. I ain't got no shower slippers. I ain't got no motherfucking shampoo, no soap. I ain't got no stinger, no hot pot. I ain't got no lotion for my ashy ass skin. I don't got nothing. I have nothing. You expect me to not go to the mess hall? You can expect that. But if you're not giving me nothing to help fight the good fight, if I go to the mess hall, who the fuck is you to tell me, yo, you a sellout, you a sucker ass nigga. You see what we doing here? We doing something big for the cause. Okay then, big man, you want to spend big money like Jay-Z skit? You know what I mean? Oh, D-Malay, you wanna sell cocaine, huh? Big man, you wanna get big bucks? Well, give me some soups then, nigga. Give me some peanut butter and jelly, nigga, so that when we don't go to the mess hall, I'm not starving. And I can say, yo, good looking holding me down. I got 4 soups. I got 1 roll of fucking toilet paper. I'm good. I got a bag of chips. I'm good. I could do 3 days. Fuck this. Fuck mess hall. I'm good. But if you're good and I'm not, how is it a revolution? That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense. Because we are only as strong as the weakest link. Right? Right. I know I'm not the brightest. I'm not the smartest. I know I don't got no motherfucking college degree. I got a GED. I know how to count 1, 2, 3. And I had to go through ABE, which is Adult Basic Education. I rap, but I'm not trying to be a rapper. Billy D, what's up? I'm good, my brother. Happy Monday. But what if they started giving resources to the same communities that they want the revolution? Then some shit could be done. But you know why they ain't gonna be done? Because y'all talking all this revolutionary shit. Y'all niggas ain't build no schools. You ain't build no hospitals. You don't even got your own leads. You don't even got your own fucking movie studios. Now, I know Tyler Perry maybe one and 50 Cent buying somewhere. But for the most part, you need a job. Y'all niggas need jobs too. If I don't call you to read the script and put you in my movie, you're obsolete. You're nobody. You might as well be somebody like me. Or because you got a couple of little dollars, you've been a millionaire for a little while, you think you could come at these red carpet events and speak down, we need a revolution. Well, what the fuck you doing, homie? What are you doing in your regular everyday life? What are you doing to help the people galvanize? If you're not doing nothing, I don't want to hear that shit. I mean, again, you could do what you want, and then obviously the Lizos of the world, they're gonna do what they want. They got way bigger platforms than me. They telling y'all to go out there and crash out, take off work, and what Floyd Money Mayweather do? He got more money than mostly all of them, right? That nigga said, I'm going to the Gucci store. I'm not boycotting because they told me to boycott. I don't follow just because they say follow. I do what the fuck I want. Oh, right. Because y'all niggas really don't care what's going on in the neighborhood. And what Ice Cube saying and Boys the Hood, they either don't know, don't care, or don't show about what's going on with the boys in the hood. Come on, people. Wake the fuck up. Because I know I'm not the smartest. But some of y'all be having college degrees and all these degrees and MDs, and y'all niggas is still stupid to me. And you fall for the banana and the tailpipe every single time. What the fuck is he boycotting and he sleeping on silk sheets and he waking up to Benedict eggs and Arnold and all that in the morning? You think he gonna be boycotting? You stupid if you think that. And I hate to say it like that, but just think about it. Come on. What was the Rocky movie 2 about? After what was it, 2 or 1? I think it was, whatever it was when Mr. T was hungry, nigga. You know what I mean? You know what it was. Like, you should have never came back, nigga. You ain't built for this shit. I'm out here eating out the garbage can. I'm eating sardines and motherfucking Roman noodles. I'd be damned if I let a nigga eating shrimp and lobster get in the ring that ain't been hungry for years with my ass, nigga. I'm gonna eat you alive, nigga. I'm gonna eat you alive. I'm gonna eat you alive. Basically, that's what Mr. T was saying. And then it wasn't until after he lost and he got humbled because he'd been at the top for so long, or whatever it was in the movie, he said, oh, shit, nigga, whip my ass. He had to go train with somebody else and go back to the old gym. Nigga, you've been out the neighborhood for too long. You've been a millionaire for too long. Nigga, you can't tell me nothing because I'm still here. You can say, oh, yeah, you know, your own life choices and excuses. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about somebody that made it, that been rich forever, like a Lil Wayne. You've been rich since you was 14. Don't talk to me about being hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear that. Nigga that got $1 million podcast deal. I don't want to hear about the regular person that's trying to pay his rent, because you're not the same. You're not the same. The hunger is not the same. So you can say, yeah, we're going to go revolution. We're going to turn up on the government. Oh, really? You're going to be like Cabinet? And you're going to throw it all away? And niggas ain't even going to help you. They're not even going to prop you up. They're going to forget about you. I said, oh, yeah, nigga he should have waited till his career was over. He wasn't that good anyway. You know what I mean? The comments that some of these people say, you'd be like, damn, bro, I thought you was down for the cause. No, they're down for themselves. They're down for themselves. You just ain't figured it out yet. Because you so caught up in celebrityism. Yeah, Nicki Minaj said this. And let's talk about Nicki Minaj, right? Because she's spinning in the clip. She paid that money for her motherfucking visa. Got some of y'all mad. Y'all niggas is mad. I got money. I got money. Right? I got $1 million to get a motherfucking gold card, nigga. talk to somebody else that's broke, because I'm rich. I'm just being funny. Anyway, the Nicki Minaj shit, right? She went to the White House, said she was the #1 fan. Not knowing that the internet keep receipts, and just like what, 1, 2, 3, 4 years ago, if you ain't got a motherfucking Michelle Obama, and you ain't got a, who else she mentioned? She mentioned Michelle Obama, Beyonce, I think she said Beyonce. You better get a motherfucking Milani, a bitch that's on, what the fuck is a Milani or whatever, like, basically saying that behind every strong man is a strong woman. And I agree with that. Gotta be strong, right? And vice versa, right? But basically she was saying like, yeah, you could be like Milani who just fall for anything, or you could be like Michelle, you could be like Beyonce. I think she said Beyonce. Correct me if you're watching the channel right now. I appreciate you. Drop it in the comments if she mentioned Beyonce. I know it was somebody that we can identify with. But now, 2026, 2026, like that shit ain't spinning somewhere. And you know, people are always going to dig and find the fouls, people. People are always going to dig and find the fouls. That's why you should be your authentic self. And even when the camera stops rolling, you are yourself. You don't have to transform into somebody for the camera. You can put on a little showmanship, challenge, right? You can have some showmanship, but to change to a whole character that's not you, so that when the camera go off, they'll be like, oh, but he don't even talk like that. She don't even, that's shorty. Because she was talking with the pinky in the ear. Now I hear she talking like Sexy Red. So who are you, darling? Who are you? Who are you, darling? Who are you? Who are you? Are you the pinky in the ear bitch? Or are you the Sexy Red bitch from Detroit? Which one are you? Because I'm trying to figure out who are you. With that being said, I'm my authentic self. I may be a little animated on the channel, get a little entertainment shock value in there, so you could be entertained while you're hearing some shit that make you think, hopefully, right? But I'm never going to be this way, and then you see me in the street, and then I'm some other, totally other person. That's not who you're going to see. But anyway, right? Nicki Minaj. She went there. She did a little interview with the lady. They did their little TikTok video in the White House, and that's cool. If you're a Republican now, you're a Republican now. I don't see why people be so up in arms if you're a Republican or you're a Democrat. I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? If niggas can fight over dumbass colors, kill each other over being on one side of the street and I'm on the other side, and like Tim Dog from the Bronx, salute to him, because he said fighting over colors, well, all that gang shit is for dumb motherfuckers. That's for dumb motherfuckers. But I get it. If you could kill me because I'm repping the blue, and I can kill you for repping the red, then you know I can kill you or be on these motherfucking internet streets and these social media platforms telling you, fuck you to hell, and you bet I never need nothing. If you was dying, I wouldn't piss on you, and fuck your kids, and do all this. And it's like, damn, really? Just because I have a different political view of you or of the situation, I'm a piece of shit? But this is what we got, and this is why you see online people getting at her, the fucking gay dude, I don't know his name, and who cares what his name is. I know I would have, if I was that sister, I'd have told that nigga, first of all, bro, your breath is too hot to be doing fuck. Nigga was all like, like, bro, hold the fuck on. How many dicks you sucked today, bro? Bro, pause. Say what you gotta say, but all that in my face, come on. The fuck is you talking about? Because you ain't gonna do nothing either. All you gonna do is tap dance. He was another one, another celebrity. I just don't know his name. You just another one, but he was like, fuck her. Fuck her. You really gonna be a revolution? We can't make this shit up. I know y'all not thinking that this nigga gonna lead the revolution. Cause he ain't gonna do nothing but bend over and that's all he's gonna do. Gotta say it like that. That's a Double Dragon reference. When niggas be like, yo, Lee, what you talking about? When the two diesel niggas used to pick you up, you know what I mean, in the Double Dragon game. They used to go, I don't know why they made them make that sound, thinking about it as an adult now, but as a kid, we just was playing the Double Dragon game. But the diesel niggas, and they hit you with the two-piece, you know what I mean, fuck you up, and you had to, you know what I mean, hit him and get out the way, hit him and get out the way. You ain't gonna do nothing, my nigga, because you also rich. And I ain't mean to shoot his sexuality down, but bro, you really gonna do something? You confused in your own life, in your own mind. You might have made it to get a couple dollars, but you think you gonna lead the revolution? I think not, nigga. Go have several fucking seats, my nigga. Please. Go have several seats. But anyway, people is in an uproar, right? And then Jamel Hill, I'm gonna shout out because I commented on under the post. She was mad at Nicki Minaj. She was like, this is why hip hop used to stand for something and woo 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 and and I hit her with, because I'm not nothing. So I don't go into the argument one side heavy, the other side heavy. People really ready to kill. I'm not ready to kill nobody. If you're a Democrat, cool. I may agree with you on some stances and I may disagree. If you're a Republican, cool. I may agree with you and I may not agree with you because I'm not neither, right? I'm black first. Anyway, so I commented under her. A lot of people liked her comment. I mean, honestly, she got the blue check, and this is Jamel Hill from The Numbers, His and Her Show, ESPN. She be on CNN sometime, right? You know, we like Jamel Hill. We love Jamel Hill. As far as her wit, you know, her commentary on sports. When she started talking about Donald Trump, though, what they did to her, they got her up out of there. Like, you're out of here. You're fired. And do you ever think about when you out of here? Your record deal, video out of here. No, your Mercedes-Benz and your Range Rover, you out of here. They fired her. They got up out of there. Anyway, oh, hip-hop used to be about this. And she old enough to know that, so I'll give her that. But I said, damn, where was the commentary when Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, when Kelly Rowland, when Beyonce, when they was all up there for Kamala Harris? Lori the Flame, what's the word? Where was the outrage for that? You mad at Rick Ross, Nelly for performing? You a coon, you this, you that. Listen, people, this is for the regular folks, not the celebrities. We just regular, we just ordinary people. They're not giving you none of their money. I don't care how much you on their page kissing their ass. You get nothing. You get nothing but dust and blood. You get nothing. You don't get a kiss on the forehead. You don't get a Cash App. You don't get a Zelle. You don't get an Apple Pay. Nigga, you could pay me and buy my album. You could go support my movie. You could download this ebook and keep me rich. Gorilla, mad at motherfuckers because they remember how she look. You motherfuckers be too falling in love with these celebrities. You making them your god, and they shouldn't be. That's number one. Anyway, you can't depend on them. Malcolm X been told us that these motherfucking buffoons and these celebrities and these people that pussyfoot around, they're not going to save you. They're not going to do anything for you. They're going to keep getting their millions. They're going to keep reading them scripts. They're going to keep dribbling that motherfucking ball. They may, you know, put a shirt on, you know, rest in peace, Breonna Taylor and George Floyd. But what else they doing with their money? You see him on any of them picking lines? Now, some of them, we've seen Jaylen Brown. We've seen him before. Seen Jaylen Brown. And we've seen couple of NBA players. But I mean, all right, 1 day, 2 days. Now you back to, you know, dribbling the ball, dunking the ball, entertaining us. You back to boxing and wrestling and shit. You back to doing what the man wants you to do. You ain't do what Colin Kaepernick did. And I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to let you trick me out of my freedom, trick me out of my liberties, make me go feel so invigorated and pumped up where I go dumb out. And you ain't coming to bail me out. You ain't coming to do nothing. And that goes to everybody from the biggest to the Mysons to the Tamikas. They not coming to bail you out. You hate the law, nigga, break it. I don't care. But when you get caught, remember that. I don't care. It's a Noriega reference. Yeah, from Drink Champs, N.R.E. Noriega. That's one of his best songs to me. You hate the law, nigga, break it. I don't care. But when you get caught, remember that I don't care. You're going to be forgotten about. You're not even going to be a thought. So before you revolution, whoop, whoop, be organized. Get with the people that really feel passionate about it. Get with the people that's really willing to put it all on the line. And they're not worrying about getting up at 6 a.m. from silk sheets and Benedict eggs and Benedict eggs and Arnold, or Benedict Arnold and eggs, or however you say that shit. Because somebody that's living like that, they're not going to be so willy-nilly to just give it away. That's why what Colin Kaepernick did was amazing. Now, he wasn't no big billionaire, but imagine motherfucking Kevin Hart, LeBron James. You may say, yeah, we need to speak up, and that's real crazy what they did. With Victor Wembanyama, he just spoke out about it. Sometimes when I see the news, and he's a Frenchman, right? He's from France. I just have deep thoughts, and that's all you're going to say. You ain't going to say, I'm not playing today or tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to Minnesota, or I'm going to Harlem, because I know they be doing the brothers and the sisters filthy there. You think these celebrities going to do that? You out your fucking mind. And I got $100 for every one you think that's going to do it, ain't going to do it. And you could bet me. And you could get that money to me instead of FanDuel, nigga. Because you got them bum-ass picks anyway. Instead of giving that money to DraftKings and Caesars, you could send that money right here to Popovich TV, and I'll get a microphone for those that say they don't like me not speaking without a microphone. I'll get an editor so we can put up more videos in a timely fashion. Instead of me having to do a live about 6, 7, 8 topics, then I got to edit it. And that's why sometimes it don't get done, because I got a job. It is what it is. Let's talk about this shit, though. This was spinning too, right? Hip-hop topic. Let's talk about the Lloyd Banks and the Fab shit, right? Real briefly. The topic made me go back and listen to some of the songs that they got, right? And they got a slew of songs. Fab from his own albums to the mixtapes. Not really no collaboration as far as like Lloyd Banks is on G Unit. So he got his own shit, then he got G Unit. So he wasn't G Unit. And then he's still putting out albums, right? But as far as just who's better, and y'all know I love hip hop. That's why that's one of the things we talk about on the channel. Sports, entertainment, hip hop, motivation, and Popovisms 101. That's what we discuss on my channel. Interviews sometimes when the people don't be acting flaky, right? Niggas be acting funny style. So I say, fuck them. You don't want to rock with me, then oh well, fuck you. That's just how it is. Anyway, but the hip hop part, I love hip hop. Come up in what I believe is the best era of hip hop, the golden years, right? Had a little British Brand Nubian, we had Onyx, we seen Wu-Tang, we seen Nas, we had leaders of the new school, we had Moni Love, MC Light, like the list goes on. EPMD, Public Enemy, like it's nothing that nobody really could say to me from my age bracket and from the time that I embrace hip hop, even to Ice Cube and NWA and all that shit. When we come all the way up the ranks, all the way to the Kodak Blacks, to the Little Babies, to the A Boogies, anything you could think of, we done been there and done that. So I have to say that first, because I think my opinion matters, and I think that the history of, if you're born in 2000, then you only got 25 years of hip hop. If you're born in, 2015, you're fucking 16 years old, you're 11 years old, your word, you ain't got that much to chew, you ain't hear Coogee Rap. You don't know nothing about Bismarck King. And that's why you don't know that saying, when you put the beat on, I'm not shocked and amazed, because Bismarck said, when you put the beat on, you will be shocked and amazed. Make the music with your mouth big. Like, okay, so there's that. Who's the better rapper? Who got the better songs? Who's more relevant? Because these is the questions that surround who you choosing. Because you can't just say, who's better? You can say that, but you say, all right, well, we talking songs, or we talking rap lyrical ability? We talking, like, what we talking? Now, if you're just talking lyrical ability, they both super nice lyrical. Fab is a lyrical technician, putting the words together. Lloyd Banks is a lyrical technician. And we talking about who got the better catalog, meaning like the more hit songs, more popular songs. You're definitely going to probably lean towards Fab, because like 50 Cent said, he leaned in after the Uncle Murder and Tony Ayo Breakfast Club interview or whatever. He deleted it. You know, I don't know why he deleted it. He like, they basically the same. The Spider-Man meme. You know what I mean? Looking at each other. He like, they both do good when they talking about chick songs, which they do. And they both ain't really put no real work in by themselves. Meaning that some of their biggest hits is with other artists. So, for instance, Fab, you know, Superwoman, that's with Lil Mo. The other song that he got is with Lil Mo. Then the other song he got is with Tamia. I'm So Into You with Tamia, right? Grant Hill, wife. Lloyd Banks, he got the Smile joint. I am the one you deny. Then he got the other joint with Joe. I want to rock and roll with you. You know what I mean? And then, you know, the song, you know the song. I can't think of the lyrics, but it's, you know, la la. I want to ride with you. Then he got the Biggie Smalls freestyle over the Victory. Then he got the Ain't No Click. So a lot of their songs is with other people, stunting one-on-one, and you know, and things of that nature, right? Keeping it gangster. The first one was official, but the one with MOP and the Locks was better, you know, to me. So it's that part, you know what I mean? In the morning, you know what I mean, with J. Cole's and Fab and all, I mean, with Drake and shit, you know, Put It in the Bag, the remix, so, you know, The Dream is on there. But anyway, I said all that to say it made me go back and say, if they was to have a versus, who would win? The top 20 songs with features or without features. But you gotta add the features, because how you not gonna add Superwoman? Da 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 da. Damn, like you gotta add that. You can't take that away from Fab. You have to add that. So you will have to add the Joe song, I Want to Ride With You. You have to add Stuntin' Straight One-on-One. You have to have I've Been Patiently Waiting. No, that's not that. He the other song that on 50 Cent album, right? You have to add them. Anyway, I think it's Fab slightly. You know, you got the Beamer Benz Bentley with Santana. You know, you got the joints that Banks got. Now, who's more relevant? Obviously, you know, overseas people keep saying Banks has got the more notoriety that only locally Fab is known. I don't know about that, but Fab just put out a recent album with the Benz. Everything was a Benz given, Benz this. He put out a couple of videos, but they just disappeared. And I ain't gonna say that Banks is here to stay, because a lot of people under these comments is like, yo, people still checking for Banks. Who's checking for him, right? And I get it. No hit songs on the radio, so you think out of sight, out of mind. And that may not be true. And the person and the rapper who taught me this was Master Ace. A lot of y'all, and that may sound like, who's that? Master Ace, who's that? Master Ace is, you know, the first person that rapped on the symphony with the Juice Crew, right? And he got a slew of other songs. But he was like, you know, if you're not in the States or your song's not being played on the radio, people will think that you ain't doing anything. You're not making no moves. Your song's not being played. You're not getting booked for shows. And he like, that could be further from the truth, because overseas, I'm in Japan, I'm in Taiwan, I'm over here, I'm doing my shit. It's just that Hot 97 is not playing. I'm using Hot 97 because I'm from New York. 105 not playing me, XYZ. But he like, over here, I'm getting paid XYZ show. I'm getting this. I'm getting booked out. Because you don't hear it on the radio here, just because Funk Flex ain't dropping the bump to it, just because Ebro and fucking, and Rosenberg ain't playing your shit, that don't mean your shit ain't popping. And so I said to say, he right, it's plenty of other stations. So I only say that to say, who's more relevant? Fab on the podcast, let's rap about it. I guess that's relevancy. Every week, every 2 weeks, they do their show. Bang don't really hear about him. He might be getting money overseas. He might be not, but none of their songs is being played. So I think none of them is really relevant. They old school artists, if you ask me. They old school. Ain't none of my son is gonna be 21 in March. My other son just turned 29 in January last month. They're not asking for Fab and Lloyd Banks. They just not. That's not who they checking for. And this doesn't mean that they whack. It just means that they're not relevant, or they're not trending, and you know, with songs. that the younger people can relate to, even though you may be rapping like younger people and try to add the bounce or the, you know, Fab got a few songs like that on the plug tape. I mean, Summertime Shootouts, rapping with Rich Quan, and we good. That's one of my favorite songs by Fab. Fab, we good. Like he tried to rap like the younger niggas and switch up the style, but if people ain't, you know, streaming your music, I should say, you ain't really relevant in that sense. Now you could be relevant for not even music. You be more relevant for the freestyle he just put out against 50 Cent as opposed for your last project that you put out. People not rocking your last project, which brings me to this. And I said we're gonna be all over the place because I haven't done a show in like 11 days. A lot of shit done transpired since then. The Grammys. Forget the woke shit. We talked about that already. Let's talk about Kendrick Lamar winning Rap Album of the Year. Even though this shit goes back to 2023, if I'm not mistaken. I was looking at the comments and I didn't even know because I don't watch the Grammys. I don't care about the BET Awards and none of that shit. Somebody in the comments that made me take notes to it. They're like, yo, how the fuck is he winning the Rap Best Album of the Year and this album came out in 2023? They might have been mistaken. It might have been 2024 because 2023 is 3 years ago, even though we just started this year. And I remember doing a review on the XNC or whatever the name of the album is. And I'm like, it's a good album. It's not a classic to me. And maybe it's East Coast bias. To me, it was like a West Side album. Was waiting to hear the follow-up album. I think people in his camp was like, yo, this is just the tip of the iceberg. He got a whole nother project coming and the project never came. Had the, you know, They Not Like Us. That was probably the best trending song. But that wasn't on that album. That wasn't on there. Turn the TV Off and what was the other song? I can't even really think. Turn the TV Off was on there, right? And I'm like, it was a good album. You did the Super Bowl last year. You came out with that after the Super Bowl. So maybe it was, like I said, maybe it was 2025 and they made a mistake. But was it better than the Clips album? Was it better than Raekwon's album? Was it better than Mobb Deep's album? Was it better than Ghostface album? Was it? Nas just dropped the album. It's better than that because Nas and Primo, I'm a Nas fan. It wasn't all that. Not to me. I said, damn, was it better than Clips album? And a lot of people in the comments were saying that, yo, I fuck with Kendrick, but the Clips should have won. So if the Clips should have won, why did he win? Then I seen another dude that does actually have a vote on the albums according to him. Some black dude on Instagram, I seen on Instagram, he like the last 5 or 6 years, all West Coast artists won. LA artists to be exact. And I looked at the post for a minute briefly as we scroll. You know how it should go. Shit industry, you stop for a minute, jump in the comments, leave a little post maybe or a comment, then you keep scrolling or you don't even comment, you just keep scrolling. I seen that, I said, oh damn, West Coast. And I seen it again later on in the day after I got off work. I'm like, damn, let me go in the comments and see. And he was right. West Coast, LA. And y'all know the shit be out there, in LA, obviously. That's why the Lakers got to leave and go on the road. They just lost to the Knicks in New York because the crypto state, all that stuff be right there in that area, right? The album came in and went. It wasn't no classic to me. Classic to me is America's Most Wanted. I know that's a little old. Ready to Die. Incarcerated Scarface's Cuban Links, Doggy Style. You know what I mean? Like, I could, Get Rich, Die Trying, Documentary. You can go on. I'm just throwing a couple just to satisfy, like, well, what you think is a classic? I mean, obviously, Nas' first album, second album, you know what I mean? Illmatic, you know what I mean? King's Disease. You can go on. Hole, Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint 3, you know what I mean? Like, you can go on, but you say, all right, so just to give you a structure of what's a classic album to me. I say, damn, I like some of the songs on there. Not every song. We still not rocking it now. I haven't heard one person in the last 6-7 months ride by bumping this shit. Classic mean it's here to stay. Even when it gets old, we still rocking it. Big pun, capital punishment. Yeah, classic. We still want to hear it. Your iPod, well, not your iPod, but your playlist in your phone. They got the classics in there. Just go open it up. Classic's gonna pop out. Is any of them songs in there? I don't think so. So that's why I'm saying, like, damn, y'all really gonna give him the, album of the year over other people who probably more deserving? I don't know. And that's why it's like, can't really take the Grammy serious ever since Hov said, show it to the Grammys with the do-rag on. She said, Jigga man, you rich. Take the do-rag off. Hit a U-turn. Mom dropping you back off. In front of the club. Jigga, why you do that for? Thug nigga to the end. Tell a friend, bitch. Won't change for no paper. Plus, I've been rich. Like, come on. Let's talk about this Cam Newton shit, though. He be going viral a lot. Anytime his platform got something to say, he go viral. And this is basically dealing with, is he right? Is he not have self-control, self-discipline? Or is he spitting straight facts? And he's a man, I'm a man, hopefully you're a man, you stand on man shit. And even with that said, we ain't gonna always agree. Men can disagree. I'll let you be the judge, and I'll let you hear first, then I'll give my spill.
Any platonic relationships in your life, man?
With a woman?
Yeah.
No.
Is that by choice?
I'm not about to be around no woman platonically. Listen,
We gotta unpack this, Cam. Why?
because I'm not about to play them type of games.
Is it self-control?
Call it what you want.
I'm asking.
Call it. It may be self-control.
I'm asking.
If she fine, I'm not about to have her around playing like I don't think that she's attractive.
Is it possible to think someone's attractive and still behave yourself?
Yes.
Do you have control of them thoughts?
Yes. But I'm not about to play them games.
What game is it?
The game of saying, hey, we not about to be friends. I don't have good-looking women that's friends around me.
So
no.
Just all the. You have any ugly ones?
You got any ugly ones?
I gotta ask.
I don't even have women friends, bro. Respectfully.
Why? I understand you saying you're not finna play this game, but Cam, you're a smart man. I'm gonna need you to go deeper than that.
Yeah, we're gonna I know me.
You, okay?
I know me.
And what that mean?
That means if I'm around a woman long enough, I'm going to find something good in her that attracts me.
Okay, and when you're attractive, what then happens? When you're attracted, what then happens?
What that
Sex.
mean? Sex, nigga.
Cam is a bigger issue than I thought we had.
So understanding that I know what's to come from a platonic situation, I don't even play. No, I don't do that. Baby, you too fine for me. We're not doing that.
Interesting.
No.
So okay. If I take the word friendship off of the table, do you have platonic relationships in your life that involve women?
I just told you I don't have no attractive woman that I'm cool with that I do not have plans on stabbing.
Dang. Have any platonic?
All right, so I thought this was interesting because a lot of the women in the comments was disagreeing with him. Naturally so, they women, right? So they ain't gonna understand the psyche of a man. And even some men was like, well, there's a lack of discipline, lack of self-restraint, right? And that may be the case. And Kanye said, how he stay faithful in the room full of hoes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can walk in a room full of Beyonce nose and still stay faithful. You got good dick discipline. You got good self-restraint. And as a man, if you don't have dick discipline in general, and self-restraint, then you losing out here. You losing because you're going to fall subject to your lower desires, as he was speaking. I agree with Cam. I don't think it's what type of thinking you thinking and it's a shame on you. Basically what he's saying is I can do business. We could be in the same rooms and shit. We can converse and collab. He have women on his platform all the time and he interviewing them. It's a hit and move. We not constantly being friends. Like, you know what I mean? Friends is how many of us have them friends, like the ones you can do. Like, well, we really friends or we just friends with benefits without the fucking part. I mean, like, I do for you, you do for me. I make a phone call for you, you woo. We may end up linking up in some places. Not sexual, but then it can lead to that. So basically he's saying we not friends. I don't even have you around. I got a lady. That's number one. I know myself. I'm going to end up smashing. And Steve Harvey said the same thing. So I don't know why people was, I just guess people pick and choose who the messenger is if they want to receive the message, because Steve Harvey, he like men and women cannot be friends. He also said this because men want to fuck. That's the reality. You can say, no, man, I be telling women, my cousins or whoever, my nieces and shit, like, nah, you think y'all cool for now. You cool until it's an opening. You cool until your man get on your nerves and the nigga keep pressing. He gonna say something and let you know he will smash, that he like you, that if you let him go deeper than what you holding off on, he's going to smash if he thinks you're attractive. Now, men, for women that they don't think is attractive, that's why I asked, do you got any unattractive friends? Being funny, but also asking the question like, yeah, if she look like whoever, I ain't gonna say no name, because if I say a name, it's like, oh, you disrespecting or you hating on this type of body type, this type of skin complexion. So whoever you think is unattractive, right? Whoever that insert name is. Yeah, you friend zone women like that, and friend zone plenty of women who I didn't want to fuck. Plenty of them. Or we just gonna use this as, now it's business, strictly business. Now it's strictly this, because I don't have no interest in you sexually. Now that's if you got a woman or you don't, especially if you don't got a woman. If you single, ready to mingle, that means you could do what you want. Now if you got a woman or a wife, then that makes things a little more complicated, because you shouldn't be doing none of that. But we know that we are human. People fall from grace. People fuck up all the time. People fall subjected to their lower desires. And here's a quote, not to get religious, but if a man and a woman is not family and is not your wife, and you in the room alone, who is the third party? The religious book says it's the devil. It's the shaitan. It's the person that say, damn, them bosoms is looking good. Damn, the way she's smelling is looking good. Damn, them ass cheeks. And then the way women dress now is like, and it's all for sale. So it's like, yeah, we co-workers, but I like you. Well, I could like you. We could be intimate if you let me. Like, I want you and she, and then the song, the Gala song. I want all of you bitches. If I could fuck Lil Wayne, say I want to fuck all you bitches. And I'm just being loosely with the bitches, but you get what I'm saying. If you let me, I will. If you friend zone me, I'll stay in the friend zone until I'm out the friend zone. Get the get out of jail free card. Get some buns free card, nigga. Oh, it's the night is the night. Margaritas and tacos. Oh, you feel okay? Cool. I'm popping tonight. Men are only gonna do what they can do. Now, some men will be like, oh, nah, I'm, the Anton Daniels who's spinning in the clip. We can talk about him a little bit too. Let's segue to Antoine Daniels, right? Potato Head man, Detroit man, get money man, bag chasing man. I'm being funny with the potato head, but I'm not. He look like Mr. Potato Head, right? We all look like somebody, right? There's plenty of videos and old clips, because the internet, they're going to keep the receipts. Yo, I'm loyal to my wife. These bitches ain't on my wife level. And I am seasoning. These bitches ain't on my level. And woo, woo, woo. And Yet you went to the Corey Holcomb show. You brought Miska, or Miska, whatever the fuck her name is. And she looked good, right? Mika looked good, right? And even he said it. Mika was looking damn good. Then it turned into you loyal to your wife. Excuse me. You spoil your wife. You a faithful husband. You a Christian. Or as Tupac said, you a Muslim now. No more dope games, right? Yeah, everywhere you go, you traveling with a bad bitch. You got bad bitches. You got hoes and area codes. Like, come on, my nigga. Come on, my nigga. We was rooting for you. We was rooting for you. Because we remember you when you had that bald head and the beard was shaved down. You wasn't as fat as you is now. You know what I mean? You ain't had a bag that you had now. You got the bag now. So you could talk crazy and spicy. You could put your hand in the camera and say, look at these knuckles, nigga. You're not fighting nobody, nigga. We don't believe you. You need more people. Who are you fighting? Because in the other video, you're like, I don't even be hanging around niggas that do all that. So which one is it? Anyway, come to find out, maybe allegedly kind of sort of, he popping her. She ain't nobody's side chick. Maybe the wife is in it on it. I don't know. We don't care. But it just goes to show, back to the Cam Newton. It can't be no attractiveness, desires between men and women. I don't agree men and women can be friends either. Truly friends. Unless there's no sexual involved. Meaning there's no attraction on both sides. If it's attraction on the man's side, he'll play friend for as long as possible. He'll be a friend for you for 10 years. Know your man and all that. Soon as that shit is over, he may not even want to be with you in a relationship wise. But he'll crack your ass. He'll crack them legs, bust your ass, come on your titties. It's a fact. It's a fact. You could disagree. He ain't got no discipline. What's wrong with him? No, he's just being a man. He's just being a man. So Cam basically saying, I don't even want you around me. I don't want you around at all. I have no desires of being around you because I know me. If you look good enough, I'm going to find something in you that I like or I find it attractive. I'm going to find a reason to be flirtatious. We're going to have this little, you know, work husband type shit. And women do it all the time. That's why I was surprised in the comments. Because women got mad niggas that they fuck with at the job. And that's why Islam teach women to cover up. Cover yourself. Protect yourself. Because men gonna be men. You could disagree with it. You could say, well, he ain't got no dick discipline. Maybe he don't. That's why Cam got 1 million kids, right? That's why Nick Cannon got 1 million kids. You could say all that, but the bottom line is, the underlying facts and the nature is, a man is going to be a man. And if you find a woman who is attractive enough, looks good enough, not to even risk it all, and she's willing to play, don't blow up my spot because we both got hot. Now check it. I got more Mac than Craig than in the bed. Believe me, sweetie, I got enough to feed the need. I got enough to feed the need. Don't bust your ass. Send you back home to your man. Send you back home to your man. You know what I mean? Like, come on, don't play with it. Then we got like 2 more topics. We're gonna get out of here. Where was my shit at? Thought I had keeping it on hip hop. Let's talk about this motherfucking talk about this J. Cole shit. Man, what's the word? So J. Cole dropped a Blizzard birthday or Bronx Blizzard or different type of names. 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes. I listened to it. The one I listened to it like 3 or 4 times. Shit, fire. Who got flames, right? I didn't hear him say nothing about Drake. That line I didn't catch. Somebody got to drop it in the comments. But basically, like, y'all niggas counted me out, and now I'm here, and since our apologies, and woo, but the lyrical wordplay, the lyrical ability, the way he swags surfing on the tracks, especially the Locks beat, Money, Power, Respect, he went in on that, right? Make me say, like, when Big was around, the Jada Kisses, the Hoes, the Nas, the Big Puns, the Rakims, the Big Daddy Kanes, the Coogee Raps. The list goes on and on and on, right? That was just the name of a few. That's super nice, and we know they super nice, the Big L's, right? When degular rappers like the Tony Ayos, you know, the Memphis Bleaks, you know what I'm saying? The Noriegas, a few other, you know, artists, you put the mic down because you can't fuck with the niggas that's nice. That always been the determining factor. Like, everybody think they can rap, so it's time to rap. Everybody think they can fight, like Ho said. Everybody think they Muhammad Ali and shit. Before you start believing it, think they Ali and shit. I roll with the punches so I survive. I bob and weave with my feet from side to side. I'm back stronger than ever, surprise, surprise. They try to take me out the game, but I was alive. Like, nigga, before you start doing this shit, you start believing it. Think you Ali and shit. No, you're not Ali. You're nowhere near Ali. You're nowhere near Hov, Big, Nas. Like, who's the best MCs? Biggie, Jay-Z. Like, the cheeks from Lost Boys and certain other rappers. Like, y'all, all right, we'll listen to you. Y'all niggas is good, but you're not Biggie Smalls good. You're not Big Pun good. You're not Coochie Rap good. You're not KRS-One good. You're not Big Daddy Kane good. You alright. And we'll listen to you and your little songs, your little hooks and all that shit. But when it comes to lyrical ability, Styles P and all that, the wordsmith shit, you sit the fuck down. And basically he put on a masterclass to show niggas, I'm really that guy. I'm nice. And I respect it. We already covered the apology. Should he have, winning on the battle, whether it was beef or not? It just rapping, my nigga. That was my stance. It was just rapping. Would have loved to see you keep it going. But I get it. It's your guy. It wasn't really your beef. So you ain't really want to get into it like that. But for me personally, nigga want to see you really, 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 really go in. And not, be scared to go in. Just go in. Because it's just rapping. You ain't really got to fight. You ain't got to fight. You ain't got to fight. What else we ain't cover? Let's cover this last shit. Everybody thinks Stephen A. Smith is a coon. Is a coon, is an Uncle Tom, is an Uncle Rufus, or whatever the fuck his name is. Let's listen to this.
I told him with Trump, let it go. What you trying to put him in jail for? They did everything they could to prevent him from being the president. Trump ain't going after these people, man, because of the election. He going after these people because they tried to get him to spend the rest of his life in fucking prison. He approaching 80 years old and you tried to throw him behind bars. He coming. He coming. Like, wait a minute. You motherfuckers smile in my face. You come into my casinos. You come into the hotel. Y'all all know we all sportsmen. We saw Trump at all sporting events. We were all cool with him. We weren't calling him racist then. So it's like he looking at it and he going like, yo, these motherfuckers trying to put me in prison. They ain't trying to get me. Like, okay, January 6th, insurrection, all of that. All right, fine. All right, I leave. Y'all, y'all confirm Biden gonna be your president. I'm out. And you still coming for me. You trying to throw me in prison. The charges in New York. And what was the charge in New York? Oh, let's remind ourselves of this. 34 felony counts and all of this shit. It came down to $130,000 that he spent in hush money to a prostitute, a porn star, the porn star, Stormy Daniels or whatever her name is. So I'm going like this. Yeah, it's a little more complicated than that, but we simplify shit in the streets. All right. So he was fucking around with a porn star. And he wanted to keep her mouth shut. So it didn't ruin his chances at the election in 2016. And y'all trying to tell me that ain't normal? Seriously? So
I'm gonna stop it right there because we're gonna end the show now. Basically, in the comments, you see people calling Stephen A. Rufus, Uncle Rufus, the Boondocks character. They putting the Samuel Jackson up there, etc. And he not telling no lies. I don't get it. He wanted to continue to venture off into the political realm, the political spectrum. If it comes out that he was knocking down a porn star, that's going to fuck it up. So naturally, what would he do? You would pay off the porn star to tell her to shut her fucking mouth. Shut up, bitch. Let me get the presidency. Don't fuck me over. Here you go, 130,000. Hold that down. Shh, be quiet, and let me do this. People act like he killed and he raped and he did all this. He didn't do all that shit. He basically was just fucking the porn star, guys. How many of y'all want to fuck some porn stars? If you could, right? That's all he did. He big man want to make big money. Got the casinos and all that. You think he wasn't moving and shaking? Of course he was. Then when it's time to, run for office, they're going to dig up the dirt on you. That's like if I run. You think they ain't going to dig up a nigga past and all that? Like, oh, you was selling drugs and you was doing X, Y, Z. You want to be the councilman or woo, woo, woo? Yeah, they going to dig it up. So if a person can bury it with a couple dollars, it's nothing. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that for you breaking the law, but basically what Stephen A. Smith was saying is it's only natural for you to do that. You only gonna try to cover up your faults. You ain't gonna just put them all out there and air your dirty laundry out for people to see it. You gonna say, nah, bitch, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to be the president. Don't blow me up. Don't blow up my spot because we both got high. Now check it. I got more Mac than Craig than in the bed. Believe me, sweetie, I got enough to feed the needy. I got enough, ma. So don't do that. Shut up. When people are like, oh, 38 counts of felonies and this and this and that and this and this and that. Like, yo, he ain't pay his taxes. You want to pay your taxes? Honestly speaking, even if you got it. You want to pay your taxes? Come on, be for real. Or if you found the loophole where you could get out of not paying your taxes, would you not? Duh, I'm not paying mine. I'm going to keep it honest. Keep it all the way a buck. I'm not paying shit if I don't have to. Why would I? I just don't get that people be acting like all common sense goes out the window once you say, you know, you're a Republican or you're a Democrat or you're this or you're that. We got to get off that shit. Let's get to what's right. How about that? And I'll end with this. Antisocial. What's the word? Let's stick to what's right and say, fuck what's wrong. That's my stance. If we can get to that, then I can rock with you. As long as you hell-bent on one side and you don't want to see anything from the other side, you always just strictly one side, shows me who you really are. Even though I'm not surprised. I don't look up to these celebrities. I don't feel no type of way when they try to push certain agendas or run with certain narratives. It just let me know. It just let me know how you giving it up. And thank you for showing your true self. Fuck her. Fuck her. Nigga, go put a breath mint in your mouth, nigga. Sit down. Stink breath ass nigga. You know what I mean? Like, sit your ass down, nigga. Because we ain't gonna care what you gotta say. But let me know what y'all think. The minute people in Minnesota pulling people over like they ice with the masses on, running plates, data systems, blocking people from coming. What's the irony of that? How crazy is that? That they doing exactly the same shit that they're protesting for. Can't make this shit up. You really can't make this shit up, people. It doesn't even make sense. But y'all know who it is. This your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in. Popovich TV. Of course, we are live. We rolling. We unscripted. We authentic. That feeling. Back up in here. One more again. Yeah, kid. Be safe out there.